Hello and welcome to the Clever Fox YouTube channel. My name is Ilysse and today we are going to be talking about one of my absolute favorite planning topics, and that is budgeting. I have the brand new Clever Fox Spiral Bound Budget Planner. We are going to take a look at where my money went in March, categorizing all of my spending, and see what changes need to be made in April in order to achieve my financial goals. So whether you are brand new to budgeting or you are a seasoned vet, this video is definitely going to be helpful because sometimes you just need to see how someone else is doing it to figure out the changes that maybe you need to make as well. So make sure you watch the whole video so you don't miss any of the budgeting tips that we are sharing today, and that you are subscribed to our channel with that notification bell turned on so that you get notified each time we post a new video. Let's dive right in. Now, to start here, one of the most important things with budgeting is to take a look at your previous spending. If you go into each month with a budget without actually looking at your previous spending and where things went right and where things went wrong, it's going to be really hard to make positive changes in your finances. So we're going to take a little bit of a look at March and my spending analysis, some ideas as we lead into April. So I have these numbers off camera just because of my finances and the personal part of it, but we are going to look at my spending analysis. Now, this spending analysis wheel is massive in the green section because housing is my most expensive part of finances. There are some rules about not spending more than 50% of your income on housing, and I do not spend more than 50% of my income on housing. This is just the spending for the month. So housing did take up 70%. Food was quite small as compared to how it has been in the past. That was 5%. I didn't have any spending for healthcare. This is actually the first year that I have health benefits from my full-time job, so I had no spending for healthcare. I didn't even have co-pays or anything like that. Transportation was a little bit higher than usual at 9% because I had an oil change in addition to my car payment and gas. Personal spending was also probably a little bit higher than usual, and so was entertainment. So entertainment is not a category that I typically would spend more than maybe $100 a month in. However, I have been going out more, and that sometimes costs money. So we are at 4% for entertainment. I also added my own category for aunt. I am a very proud aunt. I spend a lot of time with my niece and nephew, and sometimes that time includes spending money. So I do budget to have money to spend specifically for the times that I am with my niece and nephew. So my biggest wins this month was a low spend on food. Did I meet my budget? Yes. Did I achieve this month's goals? Yes. I set aside a lot for my savings goals. This is what I learned this month by tracking my expenses. I should budget more for entertainment, and I will do this within 1 month to improve start cash envelopes. This is something that I have been wanting to do from the start of 2024, but life got in the way. If you watched our last video where I shared my goals, I talked about a big project that took up a lot of time in my life and for the first quarter of the year. And so now it's time to pick things up and get back into gear for quarter two. Some ideas and notes that I have are that I want to increase my entertainment budget, do a final push for a pool fund. Here in northern New Jersey, the pool is open from Memorial Day to Labor Day, and I've been saving since Labor Day for the 2024 pool membership. It's not a cheap membership, plus guests are quite expensive. I think it almost costs like $20 per guest, but you buy them in packs, like it's a card of, 10 guest passes or 20 guest passes. And so I want to have my family and friends at the pool with me, and so that costs a little bit more. I would never ask them to pay for their visit, so that adds to it. I want to add to my car savings because my car lease ends ends in April, and I have to decide by the end of April if I'm going to purchase my car or if I'm going to lease a new car. And then I want to start a vacation fund because one of my goals this year is to go on vacation. I don't know where, I don't know when, but I do want to go on a vacation. So again, it's really helpful to be able to take a look at your previous month and do a little bit of an evaluation. This doesn't take long. It's maybe only 10 minutes. If you are expense tracking all month long, then adding everything up shouldn't take very long at all. And even when it comes to expense tracking, it doesn't have to take a lot of time from each day. If I am home working and I buy something on Amazon, then I'll jot it down real quick. Or if I'm out all weekend, I'll go back at the end of the weekend, like on Sunday night or Monday morning, and then review my spending and look at what I spent over the weekend and put that down in my planner. So it doesn't have to be an everyday thing, but it can be an everyday thing. So let's dive into April. So first up, we are just going to label this because this planner is undated. I love the size of it. I really love an A5. It's just compact. It would fit nicely in a purse, but even just here on my desk, it doesn't take up too much space. It's like a little bit bigger than my hand, but there's also plenty of room to write in. So this month's goals, we are going to do pool, savings, car, decision, start, vacation, savings, and increase entertainment. And then other goals are going to be cash envelopes, but I'm going to cover that actually in the checklist area. So let's write keep food budget low, or really keep food spending low. Now for the checklist, because one of my goals is getting back to cash envelope spending, we're going to write map cash categories and weekly bank trips. And then this is where I can use the space for any other thoughts I have. Like right now, my cash categories would be food, manicures, gas, miscellaneous spending, like if I just have to run to the store or something. Some categories or some spending for home, for example, if I want to get a throw pillow or any type of decor that I might buy in person. Really, any cash spending, entertainment, cash spending should be for the spending that you do in person. For example, I buy my coffee online, so I would not include that part of my food category for cash envelopes because it's purchased online. So sometimes I take a portion of a specific budget category and that goes to cash. Gas, I typically only spend in cash because I do that in person, and also because it's usually cheaper to pay in cash than to pay on a card. So the checklist will continue to get filled out. We will have income here, so I'm going to write full time and side jobs, and then I can write the amount, and then the big savings goals are going to be vacation, car, pool, and we're going to write home maintenance because home repairs happen. I have been in my home for 9 months now, and I've had 3 or 4, not major, but 3 or 4 things. I've had to call plumbers twice. I had to call an exterminator, and I needed to call a handyman for something that I couldn't do. So home maintenance is definitely one of those things that needs to be accounted for. Okay, now we are going to fill out my monthly calendar. So we have April starting on a Monday. I like when a new month starts on a Monday. I feel like it's a fresh week, it's a fresh start. This time it's a fresh quarter. So we'll go in and get this dated. All right, now that we are dated, I'm going to take some of my stickers here and I'm going to put these payday stickers right up top at the corner to note when my paydays are. I am paid on Mondays, which I really like. I feel like Monday is kind of a strange payday, but I really like being paid on Mondays because it gives me kind of that fresh start for the week. So it's helpful to be able to have this budget calendar, especially because it's small. I think that it being small allows you to only see what's really necessary and not any of the extra like filler type stuff. Now I'm going to take a highlighter to note my bills. So we're gonna do a couple of dots here. Now, because I put these stickers, I am going to write a little bit smaller, but I'm going to write, we have my mortgage and my HOA. I have, I'll leave this open, my car insurance, credit card. I have, put these here, a little bit more room. My internet, my phone, and my electric. We have my car and Netflix. I have another credit card due over here. And I think that's it for the bills. We should also probably, well, tax day, but is a good thing to note if you're doing your April budget calendar. However, I think my accountants have that one handled for me. So we have April kind of mapped out here, which is really helpful. And now we're going to take a look at mortgage and rent. So my mortgage is, it's about $3,500. My homeowner's insurance is part of my mortgage, so I don't need to do that. Maintenance is, I'm going to put $450 because that's my monthly homeowners association. I live in a townhouse and I have a $450 a month HOA. Electric and gas and heating is all part of the same. So I won't have a water sewer bill because that's quarterly, but it's not this quarter. So what I'm gonna do here is cross this out, and I'm going to put these two together like this. So I see electricity and gas and heating. And I'm going to budget, so I guess we can add dollars here. I'm going to budget $175. In April, I should be able to turn my heat off, hopefully. And so $175 should be about sufficient, but I do have some extra money that I have from what I've budgeted but left over. So for example, in the winter months, I've budgeted about $275, and sometimes it's been $220 and sometimes it's been $260. So all that little extra is getting set aside for months that maybe I don't budget enough. Waste removal, I don't have to do. My phone is $85 and my internet is $79. Groceries and dining out. So I have 5 paydays in the month. I typically budget $50 per payday for groceries. So my grocery is going to be $250. And then for dining out, I'm actually going to match that. That's part of my buffing up my entertainment budget. Insurance, I don't have any. However, medical, I will have a doctor's appointment this month. That is going to cost me $250. My car payment is $338. My insurance is $122. I have money in my maintenance savings, so I don't need to put any money aside for maintenance. And for fuel, I'm going to do $75. I don't tend to drive a ton because I work from home. A lot of my driving is visiting friends or going to my niece and nephew's sports games, and $75 for fuel should be beyond generous for myself. Then we have clothing. I am going away in April, so I would like to give myself a little bit of a budget in case I want to buy anything. We'll go for $100. Personal care for me is typically my manicures, and I'll budget $75. Sports and gym, I have a Peloton, and that monthly membership is $44. And this is also the personal category. I'm going to put aunt in here, and that will be $50. I usually budget about $50 a month. In the last monthly review, you saw that I spent a little bit more than $50. That was because I didn't spend any money the month before. So I still, again, had that money. My biggest tip with budgeting is any area that you go under budget, you spend less than you budgeted, put aside that extra money for months where maybe you spend a little bit more, and this way you're not going over budget because you have that buffer there for yourself. I don't have any loans that need to be handled. So events and hobbies, we're going to do, I think, $200 for events. And there was another category in here that I was thinking about. We did, and I wanted to talk about pool. I'm gonna do pool as entertainment here because that is my summer entertainment. I'm also going to write books because I do like to spend money on books. That could probably be for hobbies as well. and I'll give myself $25. I don't spend a ton of money on books. I try to get them from the library as much as I can, but really this is also another important reason to do your expense tracking, because if you don't know what you're spending money on, you won't know what to budget for in the next month. And then this is going to be more about like savings, because we have vacation and car. So I'd like to put $250 towards a vacation, and car is going to be whatever's left. So I need to look at my income for the month from both my full-time and side jobs. I need to look at all of this, and then whatever is left there will go to car, and that's how we'll do the total budgeted, total actual, and total difference. So hopefully this video shows you a little bit about how to take a look at your monthly budget review, mapping out ideas and notes, setting up a new month. We can also take a look, because this is a brand new planner, so you can see that it has these expense tracking pages, then a monthly budget review, and then ideas and notes. I also would like to show you that when this planner first opens, you have the name page, you have room for 10 financial goals and a mind map. Then you have strategy, so new skills I need to learn to achieve my financial goals, money affirmations for wealth and prosperity, actions I will take to earn more money, actions I will take to cut my expenses, and then important dates. I love the important dates section, because this is where you can list out the things that are going to cost money that you don't want to forget. So for example, because we did this in my budget planner setup video, which was a different Clever Fox planner. But for March, I have so many birthdays. In April, I have a trip coming up. We have quarterly expenses. Like I mentioned, my water and sewer is quarterly. Sometimes there are anniversaries. May, I would put down Mother's Day. In October, I would put down my mom's birthday. All different things that you might forget about. Even like an Amazon Prime renewal for me is in December. Those things that you don't want to forget, so that when you're setting up your budget for a new month, remember, oh, in this month, this thing is going to be coming up. So this is a really great planner. Again, this is the spiral bound budget planner. It is an A5 size, undated, and you can pick it up over at cleverfoxplanner.com. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let us know if you want to see more budgeting videos, or if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching. Please do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel while you are there, and make sure those notification bells are turned on. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.